secret that high performers understand and know about when it comes to their image, their energy, and also being able to have more confidence. Okay. Your image, your energy, and your confidence. And a lot of people, they're working out right now, not realizing that if all you're doing is walking, if all you're doing is just doing cardio, you're missing the boat. Okay. What I'm talking about right now is strength training. Okay. Weightlifting, also known as resistance training. All right. They're all the same thing. And so if you notice that you've been working out and you're just tired of doing all this working out and you're not seeing your body change, you're not developing that definition, you're not noticing that your body's toning up. You're not seeing your stomach slim down. You're not getting, the cuts in your abs and midsection, or your arms are not toning the way you want them to. This is because you're just working out. Okay. We have to shift from working out to doing training. Okay. There's a significant difference. If you're just a person that's kind of like going to the gym, a lot of people who just go to the gym and they just do something. They just do cardio, or they may do a little bit of weightlifting. They might do some bench press. They may do some abs here and there, and then they leave the gym because they feel like they sweated a little bit. They got a little pump in, but there was no real structure to what they're doing. It's just kind of like random, just going to the gym just to do something. This is what leads to the inconsistency. This is what leads to the frustration because you're still putting in some effort and you putting in the time, but you're like, man, my body is not reflecting the amount of time and energy that I'm putting in. And so I can totally understand how that can be frustrating. But the reason it's frustrating is because you're putting in this time and energy, but you don't have structure. Okay. And so when you shift from working out to training, the difference between training and working out is training has structure built into it. Training means you know exactly what exercise you're going to do when you hit the gym. You know the reps, you know the rest time, you know exactly how to do your cardio the right way at the right intensity and time. And it's really all based around your life. Okay? It's not something that you just seen somebody on social media say that you need to do, like on Instagram or YouTube, and they say, "Hey, you got to work out 7 days a week." But you're like, "Man, I only have 3 days a week I can work out." Well, I only have 4 days a week I can work out. These are typically the type of things that a lot of successful men and women come to me with because they're busy. And so, they don't even want to start working out because they're like, man, I can't stick with no 6, 7 day a week workout routine. I need something that supports my life. And so that way I can maintain it without falling off and feeling disappointed. All right. And so that's what structure is. And structure is not created equal. Like some people, they can work out 5. Other people, they can work out 3 or 4. There's no right or wrong. What matters the most is the amount of days you go, the workouts, the training has to support the amount of days that you can hit the gym. Okay. And so for some people who work out 4 days a week, and I'm getting into like the training split style of things when it comes to working out and lifting. What's going on, Joseph? Um, what's going on? Who is that? Wobbs, what's happening? And so here's the thing. If you're working out 4 days a week, I'm about to give y'all some of my gems from what I do with my private clients. Working out 4 days a week, you can do an upper lower body workout split. And so, for example, you could do Monday, Thursday could be upper body and core. And then on Thursdays, no, on Monday and Thursday can be upper body and core. Then Tuesdays and Fridays can be lower body and core. Okay. And so you're hitting your upper body and your core 2 days, right? Well, you're doing your core 4 days, but your upper body 2 days a week and your lower body 2 days a week. That's all you need, guys. That's all you need. And you can do cardio on all 4 days. But let's say you want to do 3 days a week because you just don't have that much time. You can do upper body one day, lower body one day, and then full body one day. That's 3 days. Or if you have like a rest time in between the workouts, like let's say you do Monday, Wednesday, Friday, you can do full body all 3 day, guys, all 3 days. Okay. This is how you're able to train effectively, efficiently. You're able to get things done in the gym and start really seeing the results that you want. Okay, without like wasting weeks or months of your life, and you're just like, dang man, I don't have nothing to show for this. And you're going back home and your wife and your kids like, when you gonna start losing some weight? You've been going to the gym a whole lot. What you been doing? And so it's important to understand you have to have structure based around your lifestyle. And when you get this, guys, this is how you truly get results. Um, I see a couple of comments down there. I'm gonna answer your comments and your questions once I finish up. I don't want to like break up the value that I'm giving in the content. Okay. And so just stick around. I will acknowledge you. I'll look at what you're saying afterwards. Um, so that's the first thing. You want to shift from working out to training, and specifically lifestyle-based training. That means your training routines work with your lifestyle and not against it. Okay. Um, Second thing, a lot of the busy professionals that I help, they have a very demanding schedule. And most people think that their busy schedule is what causes them to have low energy. They think their busy schedule is what causes them to feel extremely tired and stressed, not realizing you can have two people. They can have the same career, okay, same position. The person who is eating junk food, eating donuts and bagels and frappuccinos for breakfast, eating big Subway sandwiches in the middle of the day, eating chips, trail mix, snacking on chips and trail mix throughout the day, and then go home eat a couple of slices of pizza or pasta in the evening time. That person right there, I don't even have to see what they look like. I already know that person's going through a great deal of stress and low energy, okay, because of the quality of the foods they're eating, especially if they're not exercising the right way. But then you can have person two, same career, same position, but they understand how to eat properly, but also how to utilize exercise to manage their energy and stress. See, guys, high performers understand working out is not just for appearance. Yes, we all want to look good. I want to look good. If you like me, you want to look your best when you in your clothes and when you take your clothes off. That's me. Like I just have a high standard for how I want to live my life and how I want to look. And so you got to raise your standards of living. Okay? And so I'm not just hitting the gym for looks. I'm hitting the gym to manage my energy because I understand when I do a couple of hours of working in the morning time and then I know my energy level is going to start dropping. And then as my energy level drops, if I don't do something to boost my energy again, my stress level is going to go higher because I'm still doing other things throughout the day, in the afternoon and evening time. But if I don't get that energy bump, it's going to be really stressful for me to get through the rest of my day after the morning time. And so, a great way to boost your energy and lower your stress is strength training. Strength training helps boost your endorphins. Okay. Strength training helps regulate and manage your blood sugar. That way you don't have these sugar cravings at the end of the day. That way you don't have these, what do they call like brain fog. If you're noticing that you have a lot of mental fatigue and brain fog, are you exercising? Are you lifting weights? Are you moving and doing cardio? A lot of people think cardio is just for weight loss. It's actually overrated for weight loss. I've been doing this over 16 years now. And I realize now cardio is for your cardiovascular system, your heart. All right. What do they call it? Cardiac arrest. Yes, it works your heart. If you're not exercising, you're sitting down for long periods of time, because your career, you just have to sit down and stare at the screen for long periods of time. What can typically happen is you can develop heart disease. What's going on, Sandra? Hope you're doing well. Um, you could develop heart disease, guys. You could develop high blood pressure. You can even develop type 2 diabetes based on the quality of the foods that you're eating while living a very sedentary lifestyle and not being active. And so, me as a lifestyle coach, I'm not just helping people lose weight. That happens by default as we dial in the lifestyle of lifting, of being active and hitting the gym. This is not like being a bodybuilder. This is not being like a pro athlete. This is you being able to level up your game, giving you that edge. That way you look your best and you feel your best. Okay. And so you can use weightlifting and cardio and proper nutrition to be able to give you that edge, being able to help you increase your energy level throughout the day, mentally and physically, while also being able to lower your stress level. Because, guys, this is why a lot of people suffer from the silent killer, high blood pressure. They're trying to outwork the high blood pressure. They're trying to outwork the tiredness, the physical and mental fatigue. And over time, that pressure just continues to build up. And imagine if you're carrying an extra 30, 50, 100 pounds, that just makes things even worse. Like, what's going to happen in another year or so, 6 months from now, if you don't start making some changes? These things, it chronically gets worse. It doesn't happen just like that. It gets worse over time. And so, but the longer you wait, the harder stuff can get. So that's why you want to go ahead and attack it now. Okay. Um, the last thing, when it comes to being able to weight lift, strength training, resistance training, all the same thing. Um, Confidence. If you want to look and feel your best, in your profession, but also in your social life, guys, you gotta look the part. And looking the part requires you lifting. You can do all the cardio in the world and you can find yourself losing weight and maybe looking skinny fat, you know. And for some people, they just need to lose weight in general. That way they're healthier. But there's a different level of like confidence that you have when you can look in the bathroom mirror or you can put on clothes that's in your closet. And you like, man, wow. It's cool to get compliments from other people, but when you know you look good, it's a whole nother ball game. You know you looking saucy when you stepping out. You know, that's what it's about. Because now you can vibrate at a higher level. Imagine being able to vibrate at a higher level. You start glowing. I have coaching clients that have gone through my coaching program. One person who comes to mind is my coaching client, and I talk about her a lot because this lady, she's dropped over 100 pounds in the program, working together with me, and now she's like posting all on social media, just glowing. It's just amazing to see the transformation and how it, not just the physical transformation, but just even her whole outlook on life now, you know? And so, loving the way she looks, not just, wearing clothes that cover up her arms anymore. Like she's showing off her arms because she's happy about how her arms look. I've spoken to women, who've been in my DM. They're like, "Ugh, I just don't want to show my arms. My arms just look so, I don't like it. I don't like the bat wings." Or the guys who have the man boobs, they don't ever want to wear certain type of clothes because they don't want their man boobs to show or the excess belly fat. So they wear bigger clothes. This reduces your confidence. And so it's important to lift weights, to tighten and tone all that up. And so you have that firm, defined look. Okay. You're able to have more confidence when you're networking at these business events and these conferences and socializing with your family and friends. You know, you don't want to be around people and, everybody's looking all in shape and they're looking well. I was actually talking to, this just came to mind. I was talking to a young lady the other day and high level professional, and a lot of her work, they have to travel. And there was this one guy, I think she said he was like Asian or something like that. Not that it really matters that he's Asian, but she said he was in his like 70s. And they had to do, I think it was like 8 miles or something like that. It was like an 8 mile walk, something crazy. Well, not too crazy, but 8 miles. But they said, hey, you can either take this car or you can walk with me. And so she decided to walk with him. And she said it was one of the worst experiences ever because this lady was like 100 and something pounds overweight. And she said it was just so excruciatingly painful. She was exhausted. And so imagine wanting to do something like that, not just at work, but let's say you want to, do a trail with your family or with your friends or go up a mountain or something like that. Out here in Atlanta, we have Stone Mountain. You can't really do these things and truly enjoy yourself while doing them. Because doing these types of things, going on trails, going up mountains and just walking, going to Disneyland and, Universal Studios with your kids or something, it just makes it harder. And so you can't truly enjoy your life if your body is not fit to match the ambitions and things that you want to do in your life from from a career standpoint, but also from a social life standpoint. So this is why these things are really important. It's not just look good, like a bodybuilder or something, or like a personal trainer. No, you want to be doing these things so that you can have a better quality of life, so that you can enjoy yourself, so that you're not stressing or even worrying about health complications and health issues. And so as you start to do these things, guys, I'm telling you, you'll be able to look and feel your best and not have to stress and worry about things getting worse with your weight or your image or your health or even your confidence. All right. So make sure you're doing strength training. Make sure you're lifting weights. Throw in that cardio too so that you look and feel good. You want to feel good also. And last thing, you can't outwork poor nutrition habits. You can be doing all the weightlifting in the world, all the cardio in the world. But if you're going home eating Debbie cakes and pastas and pizza every other day and burgers every other day, guys, you're gonna have some health issues. And most of y'all who listen to me, I know y'all are better than that. Okay. If you gotten this far and listening to this video, you are better than that. Okay. And so you got to raise your standards. You got to start fueling yourself properly so that way you can lean out faster from all the time and effort in the gym, but also you can feel good. Because the last thing you want is you putting in all this time and effort in the gym and you go to the doctor and now you have high blood pressure or type 2 diabetes or high cholesterol because you're not eating properly. You got to do all three. Okay. Other than that, guys, hopefully y'all found this helpful. If you did, be sure to like the video. If you have questions, be sure to drop them down in the comments below. I think we had a couple of people make some comments, so I'm going to answer these questions real quick. Let's see what you said. I do 1 week on, week off. I eat all the junk and shit whole week. So we got to do calisthenics. Way I don't overwork my arms. Well, that's not something that I would recommend. I would recommend having more structure with hitting the gym on a weekly basis because for most people, what I find is if you take a week off, you start to lose that habit. Like habits and consistency is like a muscle for most people. And so taking off a week and then starting back another week, that's easily uh, grounds for people to fall off, because it's hard to like create that momentum again. It's like starting and stopping. That's too much time between, the habits of exercising. So that's not something I would recommend. Um, any workout is winning the mental battle to push yourself to do it. Peak male physique is the dad bod from metal. Actually, dad bod. Perfect example. All right. Yeah. So, like I mentioned inside the in the video a little earlier, you got to have structure on a weekly basis. You go to work on a weekly basis. You have people that you got to who depend on you that you have to take care of and provide for on a weekly basis. And your body is not turning off and turning on. So you have to show up on a daily and weekly basis for you and the people who depend on you and your career. And so you want to have energy on a daily and weekly basis, you got to exercise. You want to have energy on a weekly basis, mentally and physically, you got to eat the right way. If you're not doing these things, you're going to find yourself falling into these slumps. You're going to notice that some weeks you have energy, some weeks you don't, if you don't have that structure and consistency. And so that's why I recommend going to the gym on a weekly basis. Doesn't have to be every day, but 3 to 4 days a week is all you really need. If you go more than that, that's totally fine. Like I go more than that because I want to manage my energy and stress. And so that's why I go, daily. And these workouts are not like super long. They're not hour, 2 hour long workouts. Most of my workouts are 35, 40 minutes, 45 minutes. And so, when you look at the grand scheme of things, that amount of time is so minute, but it gives you such a great upside when it comes to you having more energy, you having the confidence, you're not stressing and worrying about health issues. So it's like the return is just off the charts. So that's why I do it. But other than that, guys, hopefully y'all found this helpful. If you would like to learn more about how I help my coaching clients with giving them more structure on how to exercise properly and not waste time, I'll drop a link down in the description below. And that's something that you can explore if you want professional help. Okay, we're out of here. Peace.